It's a wave the Mr. Quickie, oh yeah. I am a Facebook friend whore, I'll admit it. If you send me a friend request and we have 10 mutual friends or so, I will accept. This has served me well as you guys post some really great stuff I wouldn't have otherwise seen. But sometimes I have no idea how or why one of you folks friended me. The other night I was looking through my feed and I read something so fucking stupid and narcissistic, I just had to talk about it here. Of course, I don't want to shame anyone. I don't know this person at all. This person may be an otherwise wonderful human being. So I decided to change the details of this post for the sake of this person's anonymity. I've done that by removing certain specifics and creating a kind of Mad Lib which I sent to a friend to be filled in. I think you'll be able to figure out which details have been replaced. So without further ado, a few days ago I went for an early morning run at the Clydesdale Insemination Center. When I finished, I decided to swing by the Trader Joe's store in another dimension where I buy my pastured organic foreskins. I eat them raw, so, you know, gotta get the ones that won't shoot me in the neck. Anyway, the store wasn't open yet, so I said hoogly pug and decided to hit Macy's, where I can buy the second best foreskins. As I pulled in, I thought, I wonder if circumstance brought me here today. I wonder if I'm going to flog someone I need to meet today. So I grab the foreskins and I stand in line and I look at the dickwad right ahead of me and it quickly dawns on me that this is my absolute best friend from saltwater ballet class that I haven't seen in years and years. Hammurabi, I said. We fondled each other and kissed for a few minutes. He had decided to drop by the store on his way to burgling his ex-wife. We decided to have caramels soon. But here's the disturbing part. I had thought of him just a couple days before and wondered how he was doing. He's one of those guys that stays off the mechanical bull and off social media, so it's damn near impossible to find him without hiring a private detective and a flathead screwdriver. And he said that he had wanted to give me a reach around because there was something very important that he felt he needed to break dance to me about. So how weird and wonderful is that? I'm going to start trusting the universe a little more. It's been very good to me lately. How do people become this narcissistic and self-involved? Are they just not aware of all the horrible shit that happens every day on the planet? Or how miserable life has been for the vast majority of people who came before? I guess none of that matters because life is good for Bob. The universe is working overtime to make sure Bob, runs into Hammurabi at Macy's so they can reconnect. That's important shit, very important shit, and the universe is looking out. But those children starving to death around the world, fuck them and their distended bellies. In fact, who do you think sends the flies to land on their eyeballs? That's right, it's the same trusted, good-natured universe which cares deeply for us all. Has Bob hit the good luck jackpot so furiously that he's able to completely isolate himself from anything but the overwhelming goodness he apparently experiences on a daily basis? I want to connect Bob up with someone who commented on my last luck video telling me that he's recently been diagnosed in his 50s with brain cancer. Bob, Bubby, my friend, my good friend, my dear friend. Good shit happens, absolutely. But overall, the history of humanity is not pleasant. If it were overwhelmingly so, perhaps you'd have a point. Perhaps I'd even be out there joining you, trusting the universe. But that's not the case. You can't trust the universe. The universe is at best an abusive lover. And just because it's in the I'm sorry baby phase, bringing you flowers and chocolates and giving you foot rubs, don't think for a moment that a vicious ass whooping isn't headed directly at you or someone you love. And soon. Sorry.